You are watching Inside the Huddle, presented by Community Coffee. I'm Emily Dixon, and this week we are joined with, for the very first time on Huddle, offensive lineman Austin Deculus. Now, Austin, back in January, Coach O gave the team some time off. You went to the beach to think about returning or possibly going into the NFL draft, and you decided to come back to LSU. What made that decision right for you?
Like I've said in past interviews, it was just being able to come back and give the university another championship like it deserves, and not leading off of a 5-5 season. Personally, like deep down in my soul, I didn't feel like that was right. For as much as this university has done for me and the opportunities it gave me, I feel like I had to come back and give it what it deserves. So,
what did it feel like, not only when you saw every offensive lineman coming back as well, but then the D-line too?
I mean, if the stars were ever aligned for anything, just to repeat another national championship, that's going to be one of the starting stars to do it. But like having the offensive line, the defensive line coming together, and having the trenches, battling the trenches, iron sharpens iron, like Coach O says, so I think it's great.
Let's talk about that offensive line. All the starters are back. Y'all are a very tight-knit group on and off the field. What's y'all's mission going into this 2021 season?
I stated before in my actual post coming back, and then everyone talks about it in the room, and I got my hat that we got received for the Joe Moore Award, and that's my main thing, is just being able to come back with the same group of guys and basically do all over like we did in the 2019 season. Because a lot of people could look back and see in 2018 season people had written us off for the offensive line, saying like, oh, like they're never gonna do so-and-so. So we came back with just more hunger, more aggression, and you saw what happened in 2019, and we're just gonna be building off of that, so you're gonna see what happens. So,
speaking of the battle in the trenches, what's it been like in spring practice now with this very experienced and talented O-line and D-line going up against each other?
You gotta bring your A game every day. There's no such thing as an off day. You always gotta bring something new. You gotta bring something new to the table, because to do that, you line up against Ali Gay, BJ, Dre, all those guys. They're top tier rushers, and you can't just take an off day on those guys. So everything you gotta do is full tilt.
Also going through spring ball, there is a quarterback competition brewing, and I think we talk about this every spring ball.
Every spring ball since I've been here, for sure.
Every single one. So 3 quarterbacks on the roster that started multiple games a year ago. So how have you seen that shaking out right now?
All of them are competing. All of them are like, it's a healthy competition. It's not negative or anything, it's all positive. And just seeing those guys basically building off of each other's game, because you'll have one quarterback learn of something that the other one does better. So at the end of the day, it's gonna just build for a great competition, and the best man will win. So.
Okay, lastly, you've been around a lot of LSU teams, from 15-0 national champions, 5-5 last year.
Yeah.
But what is the buzz around this team right now, looking ahead to this upcoming season?
I would say the number one thing right now is just, this is probably one of the top teams I've been on with just camaraderie, just the overall atmosphere in the locker room, on the field, in the meeting room, everything. I feel like together we're just very close-knit as a family. A lot of people will just say, oh, the whole one team, one heartbeat thing, oh yeah, that's just a saying. But if you were here just for a day, you could see it, you'll believe it, you'll be a firm believer in it. So that's what I would say about it.
Well, I know a lot of that camaraderie comes from you after being around you for so many years here at LSU.
I've been here for a little while.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
But now, thank you. You did a great job. First Huddle. Really appreciate it.
Hopefully you have me back. So
I think so. Well, hopefully in the fall, yes.
Looking forward to it.
And thank you for watching Inside the Huddle, presented by Community Coffee, the state coffee of Louisiana and official coffee of the LSU Tigers.